Good morning, guys. It's really awkward filming in front of other people. Serious darkness. Serious. Anyway, gotta go take some junk to the dump, and then come back home and lower my truck so I can put a fifth wheel hitch in
Did you have the best sister-in-law ever?
it. Yes, because my sister-in-law has given me a camper that I can turn into a toy hauler for my racing program, traveling and whatnot. So we will pick back up when I get back from the dump, because it's not going to be very exciting. What up, guys? Went to the dump, cleaned out the back of the truck. Also, some things have transpired, like I said earlier, and I'm the proud new owner of an old fifth wheel 34-foot camper, which I'm going to turn into a toy hauler. I'm going to flatbed the back. It's in rough shape, but not a big deal. Nothing, you know, concerning. Just clean it up, gut it, keep the living quarters. Probably gonna be a lot of videos on remodeling that. So any of you who are into that kind of stuff, and maybe I can get some people to come on the channel and help me do some remodeling on that. But it's a fifth wheel. Gorgeous here. Well, Gorgeous George is quite big to be pulling a fifth wheel because of the height. What you don't realize is, since I last talked to you, I lowered this 2 inches, 3 inches. And I try to keep clean on here, but I thought 2 or 3 inches would make a big difference. But I'm going to tell you right now, ladies, I get it. But anyway, I took a whole 3-inch block out of there, 2 or 3 inch block out of there, out of both sides. And let me step back. You can't tell. I was gonna lower the front. Because so it has a big FabTech spring in here with Dirt Logic big bypass shocks, but it has a 3-inch isolator spacer in between the spring, and I was going to take this out and actually cut it halfway and drop this down 1 inch, but the back made such a little difference that I was like, that ain't going to make any sense at all. It's going to look exactly the same, because it'll actually probably nosedive at that point because the back didn't do nothing. But all I did was jack it up with that hoist right there from the hitch, lift the truck up off the blocks, change blocks out, and dead matter. By the way, I don't think you can see what that says. It says fuck around and find out, pardon my language. But I just think it's a funny sticker. But I need to get some work done on this. So I got to clean up around here, put the engine hoist back in the shop, and then we're going to start cleaning up this area because I need to mount this fuel cell box in the truck, which I'm thinking about moving the spare tire forward. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm going to probably cut this off here, pick it back up, edit it in to where I've got it up on a tripod, kind of watching me work and talking a little bit. I'd like to turn it around and back it into the shop and work, but unfortunately that's just not going to happen, because I want to get the fuel cell in, because as soon as I get the fuel cell in, we can get it plumbed and wired and actually get the motor fired up, idling, running, and stuff, and kind of let it self-tune a little bit with the O2 sensors to make sure they're wired correctly. And I got to clean up in here because I moved the welder around, my canopy's all out, all kind of stuff, man. So y'all bear with me. We'll BRB. All right, guys. Let's do some work. First off, we're gonna cut the battery box out right here. I don't know how framed up that is, but we're gonna cut the battery box out because we're gonna be relocating stuff. Camera's not even capturing any of what I'm doing, is it? So I'm mounting the fuel cell. or coming up with ways to mount the fuel cell. That's one of the hardest pieces of metal I've ever cut right there. And nothing sketchier than cutting on a fuel cell that still has vapor in it. like that.
My favorite thing about Octane is that they have stretched beyond commercial radio. They give the artists
So I kind of like the way that's placed. It sits a little high, but there was a tire there before it stuck up higher than that, I think, which is why there was a wing. But by the time we put a tire here, I think that'll give us enough weight over the axle and enough weight behind the axle to make it okay. I'm not going to slide it any more forward towards the compartment. Because there is going to be a firewall here for the passenger and driver compartment. But just to clarify, this is in another box. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a plastic jazz tank inside of another firewalled essentially tank or box, so that's not going to be an issue. And it actually, the plastic tank comes out, so I'm probably going to tack that and that, these corners to these bars, and then tacks across the back, and then I'm going to make I'm going to take these straps and probably make another mount. The straps y'all saw me cut off the front, I'll probably weld 1, 2 here, and then a bolt hole here, or this actually, I'll probably weld it here, weld it to here, which is going to be sketchy considering welding on a gas tank. But I'll weld it to this steel frame, Z it out and down, and to this bolt hole here. That way it's bolted in. The front, I may weld a bracket here and utilize this mounting point. That way we've got 4 points, one here, one there, and then mirror image on the other side. And then I want to put a bar between here and there to kind of keep that structure for the shock tower strength and to keep the tank from moving. Still don't know if we're going to run 2 spare tires vertical with the battery and jack and everything in the middle, or spare tire laying flat with jack and everything on top of the tire, because realistically you're going to want to get your jack out before you get your tire out. So you want your driver to, or your co-driver or one, whoever's doing what, to jump out, grab the jack, and as that guy's grabbing the jack off the top, you want to have your other guy grabbing the tire and following him. So the first guy's going to grab the tools off the top of the tire, second guy's going to grab the tire itself. And then the co-driver will be putting tools back up while the driver is strapping back in. So that's kind of the thought process behind that. Once again, this is not an actual Baja racer, but it's the style we're going for. Mini Baja, I guess you would call it, or Stage Rally, or Rally X, or anyway, trying to build something different that people, you know, that people haven't seen or done. But this is at 22 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off right now, do some grinding and cleaning, and then I will pick back up when it's time to do something else, welding wise and fabrication wise, or when I have a finished product. Alright guys, what we're going to do is make the bracket I was talking about, where we're going to clean this up and bend it and cut it to where we want. So we're going to go ahead and cut it now.
look it up there. Search octane
That
frigate.
must be sprung
You can
steel
hear the
or
new
some kind of
episode
hardened
once
steel, because
originally
normally
aired
it does
every
not
Saturday.
act that way.
So there you go.
Like, that's the
At
strangest
6
stuff
p.m.
to
Eastern
cut that
tonight,
I've
we'll count
come
it down
across.
right here on 7.
My garbage guys are here. So the reason I did that is because Sharpie does not show up good on rust all the time. And yes, that is crooked, but look on it. So it's going to go like that. Zoom out. So the tank is going to be like... Well, let me think of a way to explain this. We're going to have a bolt that goes through this. This part right here is going to be 90 to go up against that. So, we want to bend if we can find our hammer. It's right behind the camera. Forgive me, I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. Old Z bracket. I had to roll my truck windows up. BRB. Sorry about that, guys. I had to roll my windows up because it started raining. So, I I'm just gonna make another one of these. I already cut this one because it wasn't worth y'all watching that. So now I'm just gonna kind of bend it in the same way. And a lot of people would look at this and think, oh man, you were just using rusty junk metal. Like, you just buy new metal. Look, I could buy new metal, right? It's not gonna be any stronger than this metal. This surface rust is not affecting it. Watch this, watch this. Wow! Brand new, look at that. It's the same thing. So all you people out there who think that you have to have new, have to have fresh, have to have better, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but you're wrong. Just gonna go out there and throw it. Hot rod style. This is real hot rod style, okay? There's car guy style and there's hot rod style, rat rod style. Hot rodders originally were rat rodders. And that's kind of what I am, is modern day rat rodder, because I would rather hand make these little brackets out of old scrap steel and save myself money that I can spend on something else, or spend on my family, or not have to spend on car parts. You know what I mean? Little rant for the day. So just keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with reusing scrap metal. There's nothing wrong with improvising. That's how we got hot rods. That's how we got race cars. The first race cars were improvised junk. Alright? Keep that in mind. Now I got people who watch this who don't approve of my language. So. Not that I have a foul mouth. I try to change. I'll tell you a secret. The Lord loves me either way. All 106 pounds they're putting it in there. That was a tiny bit longer than it should be. Tiny bit shorter too, but we got his two Z brackets now. Now we'll just clean them up with the old desk wheel. We could put him in the vise for this, but Lord gave us handheld vices, so that's what we're going to use. Also, if you hear my music in the background, it's got foul language, and I apologize. I can't control that. 1 minute it's good music, the next minute it's something different. about working in the shop, guys? Gives you a lot of time to think. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
It's ready to be welded. I don't care who you ask.
Taking control of Octane.
Gives you a lot of time to think, though.
Soul on fire. Finding a new desire in your life through a relationship, through passion.
And like I said, it gives you a lot of time to think.
Through everything that's kind of exciting.
And I like that.
You know, when it has to do with tasting the forbidden fruits and whether or not you want to dive back into that. Is
Woo, I thought I made those
person
wrong.
good for me, bad for me, it doesn't really matter because
Well, those
it's
right to our
sexy, it's
tank,
attractive.
with our bolt holes
It's
go
all
into our
about
frame.
wanting something so bad that you would literally set your soul on fire to have it.
Yeah, that worked. I may enlarge these holes a little bit. Get back. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, hi. Guys, I forgot to do an exit on this video because my camera kept saying that it was out of storage. So I am literally editing it in right now. So my bad, but there's some pictures at the end to show you the finished project of what we were working on because I apparently lost all the other stuff that I had filmed.